Today I have another just quick and easy kind of, I wouldn't call it a tutorial, more of like a how-to, which I guess is kind of like a tutorial, but I'm just going to be showing you kind of how to get some pointed teeth or how to black out teeth or just tooth enamel in general. Now I do realize that I have shown you how to use these quite a lot in my tutorials. I'm going to stop shaking that because it is rattling the brush in there. I have shown you quite a lot how to use these in my tutorials, probably this palette more so than the actual little tooth enamel jar that I have in my hand here. I do find that adding some color or teeth to your look can really just take that look to the next level, make it a little bit more convincing. So this little bottle itself can be quite expensive. This is from the brand of Fleet Street. It is a subdivision of PPI, I'm pretty sure. And this is the makeup store in Australia that I go to. It's probably the most readily available special effects store in Australia, and it's Scottys. Now this is their tooth enamel kit. This is alcohol activated, so you do have to have alcohol to use this palette, just like any skin alcohol activated palettes, whereas this is in liquid form. They are pretty similar in price, but see the Scottys on here, you get 5 colors, whereas this is just 1. I do believe they are around the $30 mark each, which can be quite expensive. The time that I bought this, Scottys did not have this tooth enamel kit for sale. So as much as I do like the Fleet Street tooth enamel for beginners, having a selection of 5 colors, this 5, yes, 5 colors is much more appealing than spending the same price for a single color. That being said, I will show you how to black out teeth and just another little fun trick that I like to use for if I'm doing kind of mermaids or anything. You can make your teeth look pointed. I also use this palette for if I'm doing grungy nails. I like it gives this nice kind of like brown, dirty, grungy look to them. Also, this palette does come with a brush. These ones you have to supply your own brush with it. Tooth enamel is not the easiest thing to get on brushes. It's like alcohol activated palettes. To use them, you need alcohol. To get it out, you need alcohol. Both of these do come off the same way. Just by brushing your teeth, the enamel will come off your teeth. Think of it similar to nail polish, except not as intense. Kind of like it doesn't really chip off, you can scratch it off though. And that by no means was suggesting you should put nail polish in your mouth. Don't be silly. This one you do need to shake though, as I'm guessing it does settle and separate. I will admit the smell of this is much nicer than the alcohol on the palette though. So just taking a nice, pretty fine brush, you just want to make sure your teeth are thoroughly dry before putting them on. So just really make sure that there is no wetness in between your teeth. If you need to do it tooth at a time, go for it, do that. However, you can kind of dry, keep your lips up like this, and then once you've applied it and it's started to dry, you can of course put your lips down and it will stay there. And just like that, it is dry. It does dry reasonably fast, so you do not have to worry about keeping your mouth open for too long. Once it is on, it starts to set immediately. So you can just rub your tongue over the top of it and it'll be fine. Now, you definitely can feel it on your tooth. I'd recommend trying to clean it off your brush as soon as you can, just so you don't have to worry about it later. I will admit as well that Fleet Street one does kind of matte down a little bit. So it doesn't have that shine to it like other teeth, so somebody standing near you would not see it shiny just like a black tooth as such. It does kind of give it that little bit of extra, it looks like it's hidden. Now using the Tooth Effects palette, I will use the black and I will black out this one just so you can see a side-by-side comparison, just to get a gist of how different the products really are. I feel like I look like those really creepy children that have their 2 front teeth missing. It's kind of terrifying and I kind of love it at the same time. So I do think that they have 2 slightly different colors to it. I will admit the black in my palette has probably been dipped into with some other of the tooth enamel colors, so I can't really state that the color might be because of that or because that's the color that it is. But I would say it has a slightly more, I'm not going to say yellow tinge, but like a yellow tinge to it. I'll zoom this right in so you can see. And I will admit the Scottys one is still a little bit tacky, and that just could be because it had so many layers on. It does go quite translucent in the first couple of brushes, this one here. So that was probably about 3 brushes. This was 1 with a couple of touch-ups because I accidentally scratched it. But as you can see here, this one's slightly more matte and this is a little bit more shiny. But I mean, like really all in all, they get the job done. Then it's not like people are going to be that close to your teeth to be like, those aren't the best colors. They both look black from a distance, and if that's the effect that you're wanting, I'd say 100% both of them are fine. However, I do quite like the fact that the Fleet Street dries down really fast. I feel like the Scottys one took a little bit of time to actually dry down, which can make it a lot easier to accidentally bump it or move it or make it look not quite right. But I do think for the actual price difference between the two of them, that it's probably, especially for beginners, better to get the palette with 5 in it. That just takes a little bit longer to dry than the one color as such. Now I will take these off. You can probably, I reckon, nearly get away with just wiping it a little bit. That's what came off the first time for me. Like, see, it's just more than anything in between the teeth. I can't quite get to that without a toothbrush. I don't personally have myself, but Fleet Street does have palettes similar to the Scottys one. I think in Australia they retail for about $45 to $50. I haven't personally tried them. I'd love to get my hands on one just to really be able to test the two palettes side by side. But if they are anything like the Fleet Street, just tooth enamel, I'm sure that they are really quite good. Your other option is, I think Ben Nye does have a tooth enamel as well. It is probably more reasonably priced if you are wanting individual colors. I think they're around the $10 to $15 mark, Australian, of course. Now the colors that you usually get in tooth enamel range from like black, you can get white, kind of green, brown, yellowy brown, kind of. Picture anything like decayed teeth. Now a lot of these colors are called like tooth decay, rotten, toothless, age stain, over decay, and stuff like that. So that is the actual look that it's going for. You're not going to get like a blue tooth enamel or anything like that. I mean, I'm sure there's a company out there that will do it. However, they're not going to be as readily available as like natural looking teeth enamels. Tooth enamels? Teeth enamels. Now using the Fleet Street one, I'm going to show you how you can point teeth to make them look a little bit kind of more creepy. So doing the same thing, dry your teeth. I'm just going to do the top row. I do find the bottom row a lot harder to do. I think it's just because they sit so far. Like if I smile, my top ones come out, not my bottom one. So they always get a lot wet and harder to dry. So there we go, guys. That is kind of the creepy sharpened chompers. It looks a lot more realistic if you do have both your top and bottom sets of teeth smiling, as it is the black in between. Like doing it like this with my lip on my bottom teeth, my top teeth, looks slightly unrealistic. But I'm also talking about having sharpened teeth. This technique here can also be used similar to if you're wanting to have like a chipped tooth look without obviously chipping your tooth. Just paint on just the edge, get them nice and sharp looking. Obviously if you were wanting it to look a little bit more realistic, you could go all the way back. However, it is a lot harder to do on yourself. Trying to like hold it and paint it. It will be easier to do on someone else, I promise. If you would like me to get my hands on some Ben Nye and even the Fleet Street palettes, let me know and I'll try my hardest to actually get them in my hands and I can do another review for you guys. Or if you have actually tried these products yourself, let me know down below your thoughts on them because I'd love to know how they will compare to these products. But thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe and I'll see you next time. Bye!